with his stuff in the zone. And, you know, when you talk about a weapon, I mean, since he's come back from the IL, 7 in the third innings, only 2 hits with 9 punchies. This is now the guy that has really solidified that bullpen that has been scuffling here in the second half. You know?
It sounds crazy, but he could be their most valuable player. And the reason I say that is because, you know, this is a guy that's been through so much throughout the year, but now he's a different pitcher. And he's a guy that Dave Roberts has right now that can go multiple innings. Like, he's not just whatever you want to call him as a closer. No, he could be a bridge guy. He could be the 7th inning guy, 8th inning guy, 9th inning guy. His stuff has been unbelievable. He's throwing more splitters now than he did when he first started, where he was throwing more fastball usage. Now he's got that nasty splitter. He's got that good curveball. He's got that good fastball. And, you know, one thing I see from him on the mound, he knows he's better than you. Right? I didn't see that earlier in his career when he started with the Dodgers earlier in the month, in April and May. I didn't see that confidence. Right now, he gets the ball. He's like, whatever it is, I'm just better than you.
Let me go to a moment here and get your take on this in the 7th inning. And we already talked about the Sanchez pitch that was a strike that wasn't called a strike. They had a chance here, a decision to make with Shohei, and they intentionally walked him. And then the walk to Betts with the bases loaded netted a run.
Yeah, I just think in this situation, look, you're looking at a guy that hasn't pitched in the 7th inning since April. Come in, and he's your closer, he's your stopper. And I know he was rested, but it's what's in front of you. And I thought Shohei Ohtani, who, by the way, was 2 for 22 with 0 extra base hits, you got to go after that guy. You know, you traded for this guy in July, and you gave up pretty much half the farm system to go get this guy. He hasn't pitched. He's fresh. It's 103 miles an hour case. It's hard to hit 103. It's hard to hit a 96 mile an hour split with shadows in a longer game and a tense game. Yeah. I go right after Shohei, and you pitch him the way of, if you hit me, you got to hit my pitch. First base open. But I think when you crowd the bases and now the bases loaded, you put so much pressure on him to have to attack Mookie Betts. He wasn't able to do it.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Rob Thompson. I was thinking there, you know, with Shohei, although he's been struggling in the postseason, you're one swing away from really changing that game, and he's the guy that can do it. I know Betts can hit the ball at the ballpark too, but I didn't mind it. I didn't mind putting Shohei on. You got the forces at all bases with a ground ball or something, and I just felt like Duran, you know, he just didn't. He was dancing. He was dancing around Mookie, didn't execute it. So got through the fastball.
If I were to have told you guys, you know, kind of a blind resume thing, that Ohtani would have struck out 5 times as many at-bats as he has hits, Kershaw would have been rocked in relief in Game 3, what would you have thought was happening in this series?
Jeez, I would have thought, no doubt, the Phillies are.
You'd think
Phillies are
you're at least going back to Game 5.
Yes.
Instead, we have to do it. I don't like to be the guy that does this stuff. You got to take the Phillies out.
See ya.
That's it. 2025 is a wrap in the city of brotherly love. We'll put some context to that a little bit later on. When we come back, there was another Game 4 to get to.
At approximately 10 p.m. Eastern time, this
Doesn't make
was
sense, people.
Our little Lauren Shahadi in the Dodgers clubhouse getting doused with champagne and beers, interviewing a jubilant Dodger roster as they get ready for another trip to the NLCS. Now, some 12 hours later, she's here in studio. Lauren, you're back. Let's go. My first question to you is, what the hell are you doing here?
I missed you guys. Honestly, I missed the show. I missed everyone. I missed our crew, our family here. I'm so happy to be home.
It's crazy. It really is crazy.
I would have gone home first, me. But
I missed my flight at 9 o'clock because extra innings.
Yeah.
And they had the baggage check 45 minutes. So then I rebooked on a midnight. And I was in a middle seat, and then I got to lay down.
Really?
And away we go.
I was texting her mid-game. Mm-hmm. She and all the different things. And I had just, when it went extra innings, I had succumbed to the fact I'm like, I know she was going to attempt to get back on the set, but no, now, at some point, you got to give in. It's like when you're stuck in traffic. And there's nothing you can do.
Wait.
You just got to give in.
Did you mention traffic? Have you ever been to Dodger Stadium?
Yeah, it's bad.
Robert, you just wear it.
Well,
the fact that you're here is impressive, though.
Oh, I missed you guys so much.
Yeah, I just tried to hit the ball forward, you know, and I saw the play a little bit unfolded, and I saw him throw it to home. I knew that it wasn't going to be a good play. Yeah, they've been supportive the whole time, you know, through this bad rut, and they told me that this moment was going to happen for me, and luckily it did.
That game was crazy. That was 2 teams really I mean, fighting. I mean, literally fighting. It was like a street fight, but a baseball game. We're going to fight, man. We're going to fight. Every person in here wants to win a World Series, and every person in here is going to do what it takes. Tonight, it took a little dribbler to the pitcher.
It's incredible. I think, too, just kind of what we were going through in the regular season a little bit with the bullpen. Everyone's stepped up now, but I think just guys pitching in roles they're not used to. It's just incredible, and it just shows how much and how just everyone wants to win. They'll do whatever to win.
2 more weeks. 2 more weeks. Let's celebrate tonight. Let's celebrate tonight. Don't lose that edge, fellas. Don't lose that edge. Let's keep going.
And congratulations to the Dodgers. They are on their way back. The NLCS will be in LA and either Milwaukee. That series would start at American Family Field. Or if it is the Cubs, it will begin in LA. Here's how they got there. Winning the NL West has become their calling card. Deep runs into October, and they are well equipped, gentlemen, to do it again. The lineup can mash. I spoke with Freddie Freeman and all of them about it, but when they don't, they find a way, Robert.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be interested to see how they use their bullpen, what the bullpen looks like, and now a 7-game series, D-Row, and not a 5-game series. Because
they just went through the Phillies. Shohei went 1 for 18. I mean, did we see an actual bullpen arm?
Alex Vesia.
Exactly.
Just one.
Yeah, and Blake Trinan for a smidge there.
Yeah.
I just remember I want to give them love before we go into some teaching moments, because I think in those games, God, if you're a kid at home watching, it ends up being
the little
classic pitcher's fielding practice that ends your season, right? And we see it time and time again. And they're physical mistakes. There's a smidge of mental mixed in there. The unprepared versus the prepared. We're not picking on Orion Kirkering. We're not picking on Emmett Sheehan. They're teaching moments, but they matter in those spots. But I want to give the Dodgers some love, because we sat here on opening day, and I thought, with many pundits, thought maybe this might be the greatest team that's ever been put on paper. And it didn't get off to that start, right? Guys were nicked up, but there were a few guys that need some love. I know Shohei Ohtani went 1 for 18 in this series, but he rewrote the record books again for the Los Angeles Dodgers, hitting 55 home runs. Will Smith had a first half for the ages.
Fractures his hand.
He doesn't get nicked up down the stretch. Andy Pages emerged as a massive force with Teo getting dinged up in the first half. Suzaki. All right, this is ridiculous.
I mean,
you're going to tell me... It gets me upset.
Yeah.
What gets you upset?
You're going to tell me we almost had this guy borderline crying in the beginning of the year. They had to install personalized toilets for him to feel comfortable in Dodger Stadium. His pets' heads are falling off. We're down in AAA trying to figure out mechanics. And then all of a sudden, the ghost of Mariano enters his body.
Mariano's still alive.
He went 3 innings like it was nothing.
Mariano
this
Rivera,
isn't fair.
To be clear, still alive.
Okay.
Yeah. No, he is.
I don't believe Roki Suzaki.
What do you mean? We just saw it in real time. And Blake Snell said he was a starter, he was more cautious.
Let's see if he bleeds. He might be AI, guys.
Well, we are all living in a simulation, so
wait, really?
remember that.
Come on,
absolutely.
to take it into. He didn't pitch in a regular season.
Yeah.
He was like intimidated. There was.
That's what they said. They said he was too cautious, and when he has 1 inning, he can just attack.
So he walks into Citizens Bank Park and now Dodger Stadium in the biggest moments, and he's locked down.
So the Dodgers, as Lauren mentioned, they're either going to be hosting Game 1 of the NLCS, if it's the Cubs, or going to Milwaukee. As for the Philadelphia Phillies, their season comes to an end short of the ultimate goal. Here is Orion Kirkering on his decision to throw home at the end of the game last night.
Just hit off my foot. Just kind of, once the pressure got to me, just thought it was a faster throw, the JT, a little quicker throw than trying to cross body at the Bryce. So just throw.
Yeah. Did you hear them telling you to go to first at all, or were you just in the moment that it wasn't even?
Just in the moment, yeah. Just kind of keep going with it. Hopefully it started a long career. Just keep back in my head of this really sucks right now, but hopefully keep pushing and get over this hump. Keep pushing.
Just to keep his head up. He just got caught up in the moment a little bit. Coming down the stretch there, he pitched so well for us, and I feel for him because he's putting it all on his shoulders. But we win as a team and we lose as a team. So.
Obviously, a big moment, big situation, and kind of just got away from him right there, and had to play it first, and he went to the plate. Tough way to lose it, but part of it.
I don't think that that's going to define Kirk's career at all. I think that this kid's going to be a premier back-end arm in a bullpen for many years, and it's just one of those things where it's a blip on the radar right now.
Just the second postseason series to end on an error. Just as a human being, I think you feel badly for Orion Kerkering. And I thought Rob Thompson showed a lot of leadership, getting to him immediately after the game. I can't imagine what he must have felt like, but I do know it takes a lot of you-know-what to stand up and answer those questions right afterwards and talk to the media. So, we wish him best. We wish him the best moving forward.
Yeah.
A lot of reason to be optimistic about the Texas
Couldn't
Rangers.
have waited till after March, though?
No.
Oh, because now you have to find a new bench coach,
play
right?
March.
He was the bench coach.
It is time to go.
I question his commitment to his country, taking the job this soon.
That's fair.
Time to go.
That's fair. You either love your country or you don't.
I am sorry. Keep going. I just think they could have waited till after March.
Hey, you think Roki Sasaki's ready or what?
He is
Glove on. In the dugout, in
the
between
jig is up.
I don't understand why you say that.
Because he was borderline on his clubhouse in tears, and then they had to ship in toilets for him to feel comfortable. It was a bunch of things that had to go in to make him Roki Sasaki feel comfortable. And then out of the blue, he becomes Mariano Rivera.
Yeah, because he wasn't a starter. He's a closer. It's different. He's different.
Make it make sense, BK.
Well, he doesn't have a mic on right now, so let's not encourage that. This was just about, 13 hours ago? Right?
That's a mantelpiece. Get ready to sign that.
No, that's 10 p.m. Pacific time. That was 1 a.m. Eastern time. So.
Know what that's called?
What? What's that? Oh,
a moment in time.
We've got some feedback from Jeffrey. No need for Lauren to wear the goggles in the locker room celebration. She's used to the drips from the roof.
No, my roof is fixed. When it rains, it no longer rains in my room.
Okay, good job.
We're moving up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Case?
Right. Welcome to the 20th century.
What do you got tonight? You think Scooble does it? Or you
I have
think
no
Mariners
idea.
win it at home?
I really have no idea. On one hand, I can't see the Mariners losing in front of that crowd. On the other hand, I can't see them beating Scooble again. I don't know.
Roki's Mariano?
He might be. Watch out in Chicago. They're walking around neat.
You want my bear joke?
Think you know postseason pitching?
Here's what tournament baseball looks like in the era of analytics. The percentage of innings pitched by starters has dropped drastically in the postseason. This trend will continue this October. I still don't like walking the bases loaded, but you have a great hitter who's a little cold. Yep. You have to admit that. And a great hitter who's a little hot. I want no part of that.
Yeah, I disagree. And you have one of the best pitchers in the game. Great pitching always beats great hitting. If he executes, I think it's a different conversation.
So I think you're both right, you're both wrong. I think that it comes down to this is what the Dodgers built was star after star after star, where there's a justification in my mind for walking Ohtani. There's a justification.
No, I've never liked it. By the way, even the regular season, I don't like saying you're walking Ohtani to get to Betts and Freeman
and
waiting.
Loading the bases and pitching the dirt. There's a lot of things that can go wrong, but you got a guy who doesn't do a lot wrong. He doesn't walk anybody. And so I understand the reason why Rob Thompson chose to walk with the MVP of the league, even though he's not hitting right now. I understand why he did it. But I can also understand why you don't like doing it, because you load the bases, there's no margin for error, and you've got Mookie Betts, who's a great hitter, and he's hot right now. So here's the thing. He had to pick his poison.
All right, what would you do?
I would have walked Ohtani.
You would have?
I would have walked Ohtani.
Great job, Steve.
I would have walked. But I understand your point.
I hate to say it. How did it work out? Like, you put the guy under such pressure, even a guy who has never done it before in his life. Well, he just did it. Also, Betts' plate discipline is state of the art. And he's a contact. He's got everything going on for him, whether he's Babe Ruth or not, or hot. Like, he's the wrong guy to deal with the bases
You got
loaded.
one of the best pressure pitchers on the mound. That's why you got this guy. You expect him
if
to
he's
do
that good, then face Ohtani.
But
then face Ohtani.
Okay, and Ohtani's speed. What if Ohtani hits a chopper into the hole and there's got to be a play? He's safe. You know what I mean? Like now you got the bases loaded.
Mets can't do that.
No, but you got to force out at any base now.
So be it.
Now
I
got the force out.
That is the advantage.
Ball in the
right.
hole.
True.
I get him at third. You know what I mean? Like there's
That's the advantage.
So much better things that could happen.
All right. See, look, I gave you that one.
All right, let's go.
Change your mind though.
No, God, it's so clear to me. And I like that you picked a side. You picked both sides. That's classic, Steve. How about Luzardo's usage? Again, I like that. Oh, we're going to Sasaki. Sorry. So let's get right to Sasaki. This guy's a series changer and possibly an entire playoff changer.
I think this guy's the MVP right now. They did not expect to have Sasaki in this role. I think when he came back from the IL, they didn't know what they were going to get. I mean, look how good he's been. 7 in the third, 9 punches, no walks, filling up the strike zone. Before he got here, he couldn't throw a strike. He was all over the place. Now he's all reliable. I actually think if he can't navigate 3 innings yesterday, we're going to Game 5 in Philly.
Oh, yeah. No doubt. Oh, this is what they expected. By the way, Roki Sasaki, we lost sight of this. We have very short memories. We'll talk about short memories later. We have very short memories. This was the #1 free agent on the market, international or domestic, Steve, and now we see why.
Absolutely. I mean, this stuff is electric. Now, his fastball's playing up because he's coming out of the bullpen. Remember, that was the big thing. His velocity had fallen off in Japan. He wanted people to help him with it. It's playing up because he's just airing it out right now. But remember, go back to one of the games in the series. It was a save situation, and Blake Trinan came in the game in a 3-run game, and then Sasaki had to come in. And at the time, Dave Roberts said, I hadn't ever used him in 2 out of 3 days. I'm like, forget it. I mean, use him now and see if it works. Now he's going 3 innings. He's a multiple inning closer right now. As long as you can work the off days around it, he is. It went from the Dodgers having a bad bullpen to I'm thinking, I kind of like their bullpen right now.
Well, you know what it is? And this is kind of the overall theme of where I'm saying, and I don't believe in Ohtani's cold, he's going to stay cold forever. Betts is hot, he's going to stay hot forever. It's kind of anti-analytic. However, how is the guy pitching or hitting right now? And it made me think, how is Sasaki looking now? He's lights out. It's like K-Rod, right, when he came up. It's like Tim Lincecum when suddenly he came in garbage time for Bruce Bochy, and it was like, suddenly it was like, oh, we need 2 1/3, go to Lincecum, and suddenly he was a super weapon. Right. Like, you find guys that are in, for whatever reason, Case, right, in the flow at this moment, you go to it.
You go to him, yeah, and he's that guy right now. I mean, Dave Roberts is looking at situations going, Sasaki time.
Yeah.
So get him in here because he's going to shut this down.
We'll have more on Sasaki coming up. By the way, you and I in the showdown later.
Let's go.
This was just like opening round.
That was a warm-up.
I like that he got beaten down on Central for a while, kind of crushes his spirit, comes in here, bang, right away. Doing a little baseball he plays now and then, huh?
Anything that comes up, we'll take a look at it. That was the play of the night, though, for sure.
That was good. That day. All right, I want a bunch of things to get to. Again, as a professional baseball player, watching the end of that game and the Kerkering play, what was your reaction?
I mean, nothing but pain, honestly. The level of panic in the moment is apparent. He couldn't organize his thoughts there. He made 2 really good pitches, got the result he wanted on the ground, just ultimately, had a little bit of a brain fart there, but just having been somebody who's, fallen apart on a big stage, I can't help but feel for the guy.
In that moment, again, how trained are you as a relief pitcher, and you were a relief pitcher 15 years, how trained are you for this happens, I go here, this happens, I go here, or is it just too much to ask for when you have to execute pitches?
Yeah, I don't think he did that pre-pitch reminder of himself, hey, I got forces at every base, because clearly he looked up and tried to throw home there. I think that was a little bit of how his brain got scrambled in that moment of panic. Ultimately, though, as a relief pitcher, you are locked in on just making the pitches. You're actually really not expecting the ball to come back to you because that's a secondary job, and I think he got caught in that mindset a little bit.
All right, as a relief pitcher, so you're working with traffic, your thoughts on intentionally walking the bases loaded, which they did to Ohtani?
I don't typically like it because it gives you obviously no margin for error. The hit by pitch comes in, the walk comes in that can kill you. That's what ends up happening yesterday with some great, some great swing decisions there by Mookie. I like to, give the guy a chance to swing at some bad pitches before he inevitably ends up on first base. Give him a chance to get me out of jail free card here a little bit.
All right. Even Bruce Bochy did it in the final week of the season, and then the next guy got hit. Case, the next guy got hit, forced to the run. That was the game-winning run. I'm still arguing with Case on that because I'm just thinking, Betts is next. Like, what's your view on it's Mookie Betts next? And I know teams have done that before, thinking Ohtani is up here, Betts is down here. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think they got caught a little bit looking at the advanced matchup numbers that they have. Obviously Duran versus Betts is probably a little bit better in the expected numbers department for the Phillies, but ultimately I think Shohei hasn't been Shohei this series. They should have factored that in. That's a little bit more recency bias, obviously, but I think it really matters in these moments. Pay attention to who's swinging it well and who's not. Mookie's been great in this series.
All right, great point, Adam. It's great to have you out here and bring some semblance. I'm still arguing with Case. All right, Roki Sasaki. Again, this guy was blue chip at the very top of the food chain. All that failure, minor leagues. He comes back and he's lights out. What happened to him?
I find it fascinating. They took him out of circulation. They got his health right, but they really got his delivery right. They ticked him back up 3-4 miles an hour to the guy he was before, and they just got him in the strike zone. Last night, 80% strike zone rate on his fastball. That's incredible. That's going to allow his forkball splitter thing to work, because that's not a pitch that you can strike very often. But if he's not getting his fastball in the zone, none of it matters. That's where he was early in the season. Now he's all day over the plate, making them swing, getting to that forkball. So what they did was they fixed his mechanics. Very rare to see a guy get his mechanics overhauled in the middle of a season and have it actually work. But credit to the Dodgers. They were able to accomplish that this year with him.
And then confidence follows, right? I mean, you can say when a reliever has got it, you can see a swagger. How big is that confidence game?
Yeah, he looked like he had none early in the year, honestly. I thought he looked a little bit like a deer in the headlights at the very beginning of the season. Wasn't himself, was kind of feeling through it. But this time, he got a couple quick outs when he first came back at the very end of the year, and I felt like that confidence grew, and then you saw it fully formed yesterday. He did pitch with a lot of swagger yesterday for sure.
Okay.